This is Justin AMZN on Monday, July 19th, 2021. So there's really interesting move that we had here. So obviously we gapped down, cleared below the 21 exponential, but then we continued lower and closed this gap from this bullish retest gap. We ended up making a hammer today, and there's a lot of hammers on the screen right now. If you want to pause and see if you can find some, go for it. And then I'll find some, and there's probably still more I'm going to miss. So obviously that one, we opened up pretty much with a hammer. This one's kind of, but it doesn't have as much of a body. Some of these are kind of hammer-esque, like they've got a longer lower wick and then kind of a body here. This is where they really start getting to be like real hammers. These ones, that's an inverted hammer. Here's another hammer. This one's kind of hammer. It's not quite as big as like a dragonfly doji. It's got a really long lower wick. Inverted hammer here, another inverted one here, inverted one here, right way up one, kind of right up. So there's just a lot of hammers going on. I could keep going on, and we haven't even looked at the options. So there's more in the options, you know, like that one there, and let's see, some of these up here. Anyway, there's a lot of hammers today. Very much looks like a bouncing sort of day. And if we go higher, great. That'd be great. Let's just go higher. Let's make this the bounce, and let's make this into a really big S curve, you know? And so let's just get some bigger, you know, bullish candles coming in. Let's just make a new all-time high, and then let's have earnings and keep going up, right? That'd be great if we just went straight up. This was a good day for this being like a channel. Man, if I could just draw this straight one time. There you go. There's our channel. So you sell it up here, sell it up here, sell it up here, maybe. You're buying down here, you're buying down here, buying down here, whatever, you know, well, buying all of that down there, I guess. But if you're going short here, close, you know, sell to close there, and then, I'm sorry, buy to close there, and then buy to open, and then sell to close, and sell to close. No, sell to open and buy to close, and then buy to open and sell to close, that kind of thing. It was that kind of day. So just bounce around, and like I said, at the end of the day, we made a hammer. So we take a look at the options. We had kind of a typical, no, not the options, sorry. Look at the indicators, the exponentials here. We kind of had a typical gap. So what I mean by that is we actually gapped down, gapped in the direction, or opened in the direction of the gap. We put in a really nice retest right into the 5, rolled over. That was a good place to be getting in bearish, off of the 5. And then we put in this kind of like S-curve thing here and retested into the 21 and then went lower. So that's what I mean by like a typical gap. We had a way to play it bearish here, a way to play it bearish here in the direction of the gap. And so if we look at the options that go along with that, that means looking for an entry here. This would have been a little bit too quick. Can we get into something after 10 o'clock here? Probably. Let's see. So we've got kind of this double top, double top shape here. We've got some sort of bottoming thing. I don't know what shape that is at the same time. And then we've got kind of a top. I don't know if that's the double top or if that is, I don't know. But there's kind of like, I want to say that's a double top there. And then there's kind of this retest above it here, and getting a bearish over here. Oops, too many circle, too big of a circle. Getting a bearish over here was a great place to get in, or right there, because it's going the opposite direction. You're staying below overbought. You're right at overbought. And then we haven't really done that dip here. That was the only thing I didn't like. We didn't really get back above oversold and then dip back below. That was the only issue I had with this. But if you were buying here, that would have been buying like around 12 at the close of this candle. It did go a little bit lower, but a stop down at 11 would have been okay. And then it's a Monday, so we're looking in for 3R, so that would have been target of 15, which is like up over here. So you would have been out on that candle, which was the nice big hammer. So that would have been in for that. And that's a good setup. I like that. So, and then once we get down here, we put in that hammer, you're out. We do go a little bit higher. I don't really see kind of a clean resistance there. I see this is a clean resistance after this one came in, and then we get back a little bit lower than that, a little bit lower than that. So making some lower highs and making slightly higher lows. And then we're definitely making higher lows over here. So at this point, it's like, okay, it looks like it's going higher, but we didn't get anything else saying we were oversold. The last place was over here, which did have kind of a double bottom sort of shape, didn't have a dip back down. The best place to be buying a dip back down was probably that candle, which would have been that dip. You could have been buying later. Actually, it would have been better to be buying later because you could have gotten in at like 8 and it went up. I don't know if it got up to 11 there. It doesn't quite look like it turned up to 11. So maybe getting in over here at 9 and a stop at 8. But that, you know, again, there's nothing saying, yeah, get in right there. That's low enough or that's oversold. And then it was just hanging out up here. It didn't do oversold over here either. So I don't know that there was much going on to say, yeah, get in over here. It just the bears just didn't have any more energy to keep pushing this thing down. So it got a little bit of a recovery. So from that gap down. So again, bearish retest gap. It retested, it rolled over off the 5, rolled over off the 21, and then we retest a little bit more. And we've got a bullish candle. If we gap down again, I think we're heading straight to this like 3,400. Yeah, probably like 3,400. Looks like we're going to get there and get below some of these lows. Looks like some people are loading up, you know, it didn't take out the volume, but it looks like some people would be getting in here because it closed the gap. It's a really good S curve. It's previous all-time high. It's just a good place to be buying, but just make sure you have your stop in place. So if you don't want to be in further, you know, if it pulls back further, get your stop at like 34.75 or something, or determine what your risk needs to be. If you have a stop way down here at like 33.50, you're going to possibly hold through a lot of this pullback. We are up higher after hours. We'll see if we can get some continuation higher, and then be looking for places to get in to ride that up, to go bullish on that. So I'd like to see it go bullish. I mean, it seems like it's been overdue. This was 6 bearish candles in a row. Here we are with a bullish candle and it's a hammer. Let's go higher, right? It looks like it. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hope this helps. This is Justin AMZN. Thanks.